Hi, I'm Julie Marie, the creator of the Protective Diet, and I'm so excited to show you how to make Vietnamese spring rolls. I'm also going to introduce you to a couple new sauces I added. They were special requests from Protective Diet Education student Marcy, who requested a creamy peanut dipping sauce. This peanut sauce I made totally free of peanuts, and I've been longing for a recipe like this because I loved peanut sauce before I gave up nuts to reduce my cholesterol, reverse my heart disease, and lose excess body fat. And also I have for Jana, I made a garlic chili sauce. So we're going to use those sauces to dip our spring rolls in. These are spring roll wrappers. This one I have here is made solely of rice, and this one's made with tapioca and rice. If you have the choice, pick the one with the tapioca. It's a little bit easier to work with, but either one will do the job. I like them both. You're going to take out one piece and place it into a tray of water. I have a platter here of a couple inches of room temperature water. You could use a baking pan or any large tray that'll hold the water. Be careful with these because they're kind of fragile. And allow it to soak in there until it gets nice and soft. After you do a few, you'll get a feel of how many minutes it takes. I also want to show you this little gadget I have. This is called a Julienne slicer. And this makes preparing the ingredients for spring rolls really easy. It slices them up into these little pieces and makes the prep work really no work at all. I've also used this Julienne slicer on a cucumber to make these nice thin strips. I shredded up some red cabbage, I thinly sliced some red bell pepper, and some mango wedges. You could put any ingredients you want inside this spring roll. You can keep it as simple as just using some mixed baby greens. If you have a dipping sauce like this peanut sauce or this garlic chili sauce, all you need is that spring roll wrapper and some baby greens. Typically in a Vietnamese spring roll, you're gonna find Thai basil. And I'm fortunate enough to be in Chicago and have Asian grocery stores all around me, and I can pick up Thai basil right down the street. If you can't find this, don't worry about it. Your spring rolls are going to be great without it. This has more of a licorice-y taste to it than your typical basil. I also have some fresh cilantro that I'm going to add to my spring roll as well. So my spring roll wrapper is nice and soft, and I'm just going to lay it out onto my cutting board. And I'm using some black sesame seeds. This is optional. This is just for garnish. You're going to be able to see them through the spring roll wrapper. This amount of sesame seeds is not going to affect your cholesterol due to their saturated fat amount. We're not blending them into a sauce. We're just using them as a decoration or a garnish. You're going to line up your lettuce. You could use kale. You could use any green that you want to add to this, spinach. And you're going to line it up along the edge of your spring roll, just like I'm doing here. And then you're going to fill it with whatever fillings you want to put in there. I've even seen people put noodles, rice noodles, inside their spring roll as a filler. Just keep them nice and straight because you're making a roll. You don't want a ball. You want them out nice and long. Put a piece of mango. And we're going to roll this up like a little burrito. I'm going to push everything nice and tight together. Give it one roll, and then we're going to fold in the sides. Just like I said, like a little burrito. And after you make about 2 or 3 of these, you're going to get really great at it. And this is fun if you have a party and you assemble them all together to watch everyone do them. And there will be one person that's just a rock star at making these, and they'll end up making them for everyone. And then you won't have to do the work. So I'm going to cut these on an angle, because that would be typically how it's done in a Vietnamese restaurant. It makes for a really beautiful presentation. And I'm going to plate them up with some garlic chili sauce to dip this one in, along with my peanutless peanut sauce that I can't wait for you all to try. It's delicious. Both of these sauces are great on top of steamed brown rice or cooked noodles, this peanut sauce would make a great peanut noodle dish. I'm gonna hand these off to Jerry because he's been waiting. And enroll in Protective Diet Education and start eating your way to a slimmer, healthier you. Take care and best of health.